What's up? Gigio. Eating some yog. You feel me? Oh yeah. And you are now watching Rebels&Poets TV. Feel me? What up? It's Rebels&Poets TV. What's up with my man, Fluent?
What's up with it? Rebels&Poets, what's good?
Yo, this is my brother from another mother. The original brother from another planet. Fluent.
That's what it is.
Fluent, what's up, brother, man? You got a lot. I want to start with this right here because Fluent is just one of your many names and one of the many it's one of the many aspects of. Would you care to share some of the other names that people out here might know you by, or just might catch you on any given day?
On any given day, oh goodness, you might hear Black Chris from around the way. You might even hear your boy Nappy from around the way. Oh man, let's see, they call me Mr. Collins sometimes, just because I be too official sometimes for my own good. So they put some extra years on me, little stuff like that. But it doesn't stop. It's all with me.
Yeah, that's tight. And could you talk about how you came up with Fluent too, and cause I think it just kind of plays in with all that too. You talk about Fluent.
Man, Fluent. It was actually crazy how I got there. It was actually a buddy of mine. I'd already wrote like one or two verses and rapped a couple times. And a buddy of mine that I was working with came up to me. He was like, "Man, you still looking for a name, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what the hell to do." And he was like, "Man, I was looking in the dictionary, man, and I seen Fluent in there, man. You should really read the definition." And I read it, and I was like, "Damn, that really is. That's me. I guess that's what I gotta be." And it said, "Able to write or speak easily, smoothly, and with eloquence. To be fluent, to able to move easily without hindrance. Just real fluent. Nothing holding you back. Just one smooth motion." And I was like, man, I can dig that, because I can get along in any kind of wavelength. I'm always feeling comfortable just because I'm real fluent. And communicate with any and everybody because I love any and everybody.
That's what's up. That's exactly what I wanted you to get in there too, because you definitely can communicate with a lot of people, and you get down with a lot of people. You can talk a lot of lingo, and it makes sense. I'm saying, that you would be a rapper naturally, because it's like you rap just as you talk, right? Don't we talk about that?
Yeah, that's a little fake thing. Always talking shit, was telling me like, man, you should have wrote that one down. I was like, what? That was a paragraph. Like, man, I thought you was spitting. I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
it just
man.
happens on accident.
So why don't you tell them too about how you really started like rapping too?
Well, I've always been into hip hop, love hip hop, like doing the freestyle beatboxing at lunch in high school, all the way up until getting older, freestyling here and there. But then a good buddy of mine came up to me, and he had a little studio at the house, and he had been doing some things for a while. And he said, "Man, I don't know, you should really try to get on something. Like, you never wrote nothing down?" Like, "Nah, I never wrote nothing down. I swear, everything I ever heard you spit, I thought all that stuff was written." It's like, nope, I just be saying stuff, whatever I feel like when emotion or the time comes up, And then I did that, and came up with a fairly decent rap. It sounded goofy to me because I didn't know what I was supposed to sound like. Really, I'd only done it for my own pleasure, not to actually, say something to a specific audience. That was a whole new world that I got into. I got addicted to that, and then you see me here still doing this, so you can see how that went. But just starting with that, and just him really encouraging me to get in the studio, and I wrote that first song, and it opened the floodgates. It just didn't stop. it's continuing to this day.
Man, on that note too, why don't you share some of the things that you do? Because it's like you're an all-around dude. You know, this is like, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing too, like that we've been kind of covering, like with the Rebels and Poets thing, is like everybody that we've been getting in here, we've just been showing them, like, man, these cats are really versatile, and you know, if anybody is, I mean, you the man.
Well, I think it just stems from a thirst for knowledge, not in like the Isaac Newton kind of way, but just really like, man, I want to know if I could do that. You know, the kind of the essence of the male psyche, if you will. You know, conquer an obstacle. You know what I'm saying? To overcome something. You see something that you can't particularly do, or someone does very well. Well, you want to know if you can have that same success. And then when you feel that, when you reach a certain level, it releases something inside of you. It makes you feel like you're alive. So that's why, you know, I always seem to be gravitated towards so many different things, because I can't feel content with just one or two, because there's so much out there to be discovered. And I don't know, I play all kinds of sports. So man, I'm a geek. I'm into science. You know what I'm saying? I skateboard, play golf, I bowl. You know, I mean, I might be good at checkers. There's really nothing I'm good at. I'm not really great. I'm not really great at too much. You know, I'm not great at pretty much anything. You know, I'm not like off the charts. Like, damn, who's this dude? No, not really. But I can almost guarantee you, everything I do, I'm at least good at it a little bit, because I really enjoy learning new skills and accomplishing new things. So.
Well, you're definitely one of my favorite rappers, and you know, I'm not to big myself up, but you know what I'm saying? We out here. All right, this is a cool little question I thought of. So, what's your favorite thing to do, or what's better, freestyling or writing?
Ooh, wow. They both lend themselves to a creative mind. So, I mean, that's already 2 points right there for me, because I love to use my mind. You know, think about stuff, figure things out. The freestyle is beautiful because you're on the clock. You only have so many seconds before that line has to come out, and it has to come out right now. Whatever you were thinking about, whatever you're progressing in your mind, you have to be able to separate that from your actual mouth, you know. And you go and you saying a specific line or a specific bar or stanza, and in your mind, you're already 2-3 lines ahead. You already have a direction where you're going, but your brain is so powerful, a machine, if you train it to do so, you know, it can actually separate from the present time with the words coming out of your mouth, and you've already built 2, 3, 4 lines ahead, and you know, and then when you catch up to there, you're still doing the same, and that's beautiful. But writing is even, I think, a more difficult challenge than freestyling. Because when you're writing, you do have that time to stop, pause, and think, so that if you are incorrect, you really don't have an excuse. So I think that's the kind of edge that writing has over freestyling, but I think they're both born from the same kind of creativity. So I don't know, take your pick.
What's a rapper, what kind of qualities should a rapper warrant for you to find himself in regular, fluent musical rotation?
Oh man, well, first off, I have to believe you. You know, I mean, there's entertainment, of course, but I mean, the main purpose of the music is such an important thing in people's lives. So if I don't believe you, I don't want to listen to you. You know, it might sound good, the beat might be nice, you might be even have a nice flow. You know, everything's sounding cool, but I really don't believe you, what you're saying. There's no conviction behind your words. I don't think you really believe what you say. You know what I mean? And that's issue number one for me out of the gates. So even beyond that, the actual sound of the music, I think, comes secondary. That's like, okay, now that I've noticed, okay, well, that man, this guy sounds like he's talking about something. Let's see what it sounds like. Did he put in the extra work to package his idea and what he wanted to say in a way that would be more receptive to a specific audience? And that is the challenge of making music, you know.
What's how, if you could, like, and I feel like I already know where this might go, but just, I don't know, if you could, like, how much does, like, do you think, like, living in the Bay and, like, 707 and just growing up in California, Northern California, is, like, played into your rap style?
Excuse me. I think it's played a huge role just because in our area, one, there's a lot of different music cultures across our country, you know, music communities, if you will, but it's kind of unique out here because pretty much, like, maybe I want to say like 50% of the population have or will even made a rap song. You know what I'm saying? Everybody raps. There's a lot of artists to listen to. You know, everybody's got a little something to say. You know, so you're already kind of in tune to that kind of hip hop culture, the little battle raps. Because I mean, it doesn't matter where you go. You'll run into somebody's beatboxing or somebody's slamming on the table or somebody's kicking a rhyme, and these aren't, you know, famous people. These are regular people. You know, it's in the community. It's in our blood. You know, this is what we do, and then, you know, some people just choose to take that to the next level. So, and I think that happens a lot out here in California. We got a lot of good history behind music and individuals coming up independently into the mainstream, and just all kinds of good examples and models to follow. So,
Man, speaking on models to follow, why don't you, if you could, why don't you tell them a little bit about Associated Fresh and Grandsons, and you know what I'm saying, how that,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, some of the shit we've done.
I think it's a beautiful thing because, like I said, I was when I first started, my friend Robert Harper, always appreciate him because he the first man that got me in the studio. But you know, I had known Adrian for some time before Drendo, you know, and I had seen Gigio here and there, you know, never really, you know, spoke or crossed paths, but we actually got together and we just did one track. He was like, well, yeah, yo, you're writing now, let's do a song. We were like, okay, yeah, let's do a song together. And ended up being, I think, one of the smartest decisions that we made, because it was just an epic song, and just really kind of spurred the next wave of my music, you know, really lit a fire in my ass, so to speak, just
Tell them how powerful it is.
The Essence, really dope track.
And tell them what it's about.
Oh, The Essence. Wow, it really is just that, the essence, like the true core of what is and what isn't, you know, not any bullshit, not anything extra aside, but the actual essence, the important, the meat material of what you are, what I am, or what we are together in this world. And I know that sounds extra deep, but it really is put out there so plain and simple, but you can't miss it when you listen to the song. You feel that, you feel a sense of humanity, and that was exactly the kind of effect that we were going for, and that I wanted to go in the direction for my writing. Like I said, it was at the beginning of me writing, and it just turned into the Grandsons, and Gigio and I ran with that. I mean, he pretty much dragged me along, because, you know, this man will do like 3, 4, maybe 5 songs in a day real quick. You know, I might take a week and a half to a month on one verse, 16 bars. You know, you never know with me. Like, I don't have any average time. I've had songs that I've done just like that, and some that just take forever in a day. But geez, he's a steady pace worker, you know. He's a steady pace worker, keeps going and going, and kind of dragged me along with it. And we made some really good music together, had some really good experience, did some dope shows, did some traveling, and, you know, Associated Fresh has been huge to me. That's my brothers, you know. Got G, got Drendo, and my boy Jamar, and then, you know, came in just towards the end, but I think it really completed it when that happened. It seemed like it was really like, oh shit, this is a crew, we really making good music. We all got our own minds, our own sound, but it was to the same common end, and I think that's what made it so dope.
Could you tell them about your album you did, Running Waters?
Yeah, man. That was my first solo album, Running Waters, and a lot of that I gotta give big ups to Jay Moore, because every time this man gives me a beat, this man titles his beats, right? And I mean, I can't make this shit up, all right? Every time he gives me a beat, damn near the title that he has for that beat ends up being the title to the song that I write, like almost 90% of the time, just because he puts that much time, thought, and effort into his beats, and he speaks through the music, and I just have to translate the music and speak it to you, and then a lot of good songs came out of that album just because of that. So yeah, that's a very special one to me. Go
What's
check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody needs to check that out. It's a hella dope ass album. Dope beats, dope rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Just a good vibe. This is good vibe music, you know what I'm saying?
It's a good time, man. It's a front to backer. You know, sit down. You don't have. It's not anything that's gonna get you riled up. It's not anything that's gonna get you too depressed. But it's gonna be
It takes you back.
Fun and,
Yeah.
and it's a journey. It is a front to backer. You know, I'm gonna take you through the whole gamut of emotions, a roller coaster, up, down, left, right. We're gonna go all over the place. But when we get back to where we're going, you'll have a clear, solid vision of what I mean by running waters and the kind of the information I wanted to get across with that particular album.
It's a very honest album, very honest piece of work, lovely album. What's your favorite song that you've written ever?
Favorite song that I've written ever has to be a song, just a solo song, or maybe even
Whatever.
a verse.
It's all good, even verse, it's all good.
Wow. I mean, that's difficult for me because a lot of the songs that I write, I mean, that was one thing that I kind of promised to myself when I started. Because I mean, like I said, I freestyled for a long time, and there's gonna be times when you're serious. There's gonna be times when you're bullshitting, acting an ass, clowning around. It's gonna happen. It's gonna come out. But I really kind of made a promise to myself when I started writing. It's like, all right, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start writing. Something I said I would never do. Said I would never write.
Oh, yeah.
Said if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna be true to myself, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. You know, I'm not gonna say what you want to hear. I'm not gonna make this music for you. I'm gonna make this music and give it to you. You know what I'm saying? A different mentality of where I wanted to come from with the music. So a lot of the songs that I have are really very, very personal, very touching. Like I have a song called Tears of Joy. You know, it's a beautiful song. J-Mar was on that beat. And just hearing that song, when the beat came on, I was like, damn, it sounds like the beat crying in this motherfucker. You know, it hit me right there. So I was like, man, that's all right. I already know what this is gonna be. And it turned into a beautiful track. There's some real happy tracks. You know, it's so many of them to put a finger on just one because I put that much love and care in all of them.
Yeah.
I love them all, man.
Well, we'll come back to that question in like 10 years from now.
10 years from now, it's gonna be even harder then because I ain't even been in it that long. So it's gonna be even harder in 10 years. There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to pick a verse.
Man, so let the people know what you're working on right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, I just came off the what is that? The Forever Shining album I did with G, the second Grandson's album, just a while back. And then my next project, a little secret in the cuts, called The Bay Breeze. Now this one y'all gonna love, man. I got my boy Taylor Made on all the beats. It's one of my partners from out here in Fairfield. Dope ass producer. When I say Taylor Made beats, like I really mean that. Like there's no genre for this man's music. He can make whatever sound he wants because he loves music that much. He's into all kinds of different music. I mean, from the all the way out there crazy dubstep to the most in the pocket smoothest jazz and everywhere in between. You know, so big ups to my man for the work he put in on this one. I'm real pleased with it, and I think y'all gonna enjoy it when it comes out. Hopefully, we thinking at the end of this summer, but you know, we'll see what God willing.
Word up, man. Fluent. Right on, my brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Right on for having me slide through, man. It was good.
It's all to the good, man. It's funny, we didn't even really plan this. We just caught you on the go.
Man, I just got off work, went to the park, went and skated for a little bit. Seen the homie, was like, yeah, come through, let's do it right now. I'm like, screw it, let's get it in.
Yeah, I'm glad we caught you, man. Cause you never know. You feel me? We be ghost out here, but it's lovely, man. And man, what's up? Give it, you know what I'm saying? Any messages you want to give out there to the people, man? Let them know how you feel, what you're thinking about them, anything you want them to know. Sprinkle some game on them.
The only message I had to the people is, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what's going on in your life, I promise you, the sun's still coming up tomorrow. So only deal with your bullshit one day at a time. Don't try to put a month's worth of bullshit on your plate and think you're gonna fix the shit. Just deal with today's bullshit, and tomorrow you deal with tomorrow's bullshit. That way you can manage the level of bullshit and you can move it out the plate better. I'm telling you, you're gonna get through it. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be ugly. That's why it feels good when we do good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. Secret Samurai shit. Super Saiyan. Right on, brother. Peace.
Deuces. The world is drowning in a sea of despair, and it seems as if the powers that be don't even care. Apocalyptic predictions, they got us living in fear. So many different addictions, they got a vision impaired. And through the confusion, they do what they want to do. Lie to your face and hide the truth right in front of you. This is just a preview, or better yet, the sequel. History repeated, the evil schemes of wicked people. I wonder if the story ever gonna change, or is the human race destined to suffer and pain? A never-ending cycle of violence and hate. A generational curse that only love can break. Earthquakes, tidal waves, hurricanes, tsunamis, and tornadoes. Volcanoes erupting. Mother Earth is saying something. She's getting tired of her children's corruption. Tired of our wars and our overconsumption. Peace. Bless.
What it is now,
Rebels and Poets.
Hey yo, my whole squad sick, cuz
Rebels and Poets.
in the heart of the struggle now.
Rebels and Poets.
What?
Rebels and Poets.
Say what?
Rebels and Poets.
Hey yo, we out here, man.
Rebels and Poets.
Game recognized game, man. We
Rebels and Poets.
do or die how we live it, y'all.
Rebels and Poets.
What?
Rebels and Poets.
Say what?
Rebels and Poets.